Hey, Michael, how are you? You are mute.
There we are. Hi there.
Hi. This is Helen, and I have my staff Robin here help.
Hi. I was at first surprised to see you in mask, but then I realized you're actually together. So
Right.
you guys could have invited us in.
So yeah, I think we waiting for Richard a little bit. 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for refer that person to us. That's really.
Does he need to like send in an application or?
Yes, actually, I forward your email to the town clerk. And
Okay.
she's going to send him with link, package, kind of stuff. He will not able to make this round, but he will be, once this one take place, and he after interview with the council, he will be, on the next meeting.
Sure. And I think you sent me an email about renewing because my term expires, and I'm happy to do that.
Thank you, really appreciate it. Yeah, we really needed this help and oversight. Really appreciate your volunteer work here.
It's not that much work. So you guys survived the pandemic, I guess.
We are, and then we're slowly opening.
I know, it's nice.
Right.
I've been pretty much a hermit, but it's just nice to get out and
Hello.
Hey, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Hello.
Do you guys know each other?
I don't think so.
No, but you look real familiar.
Oh, well, I spend a lot of time at the roasters.
Yeah, that's it. That's
yeah.
so,
okay.
Yes, that's definitely it then.
Okay.
So, is anyone else coming?
That's all we have. Currently, we only have 2 of you. So that's why we really need everybody participating. So in order to get a quorum. Yeah. Thank you.
So I think last year we also did it online.
Yes.
And it didn't take too long.
So I guess before we start, since this Richard first meeting, maybe I can just give him a little bit background how the process works, and then we go from there.
That would be great.
Yeah, thank you, Richard, for applying to sit on this committee. And then pretty much each year, the town, we have all the resolutions, kind of information regarding how people qualify for this tax rebate. And then last year we did receive some resident suggestions, input. They mentioned about the income level required too low. Not many people able to qualify, since here the cost of living is so high. So we did make some tweak and then update to the resolution. Now we give more people have opportunity, but however, on the other side, we don't want losing the revenue, like a maybe truly significant impact us. So we did have a cap at $50,000 maximum. If we reach that cap, then we will be proportionally allocated give to people. But luckily, we did not reach that cap yet. So
Right. How does this year compare to last year in terms of number of applications and dollar amount?
last year we did get a total refund about $8,000. This year is about $10,000, a little bit upticking, and then definitely a lot of interest. People like an inquiry, historically, we did not ask people provide us like income, verification kind of stuff. But because we have a chance to update our resolution, we did require either provide PG&E care or their tax return to showing they're qualified. So we did able to do some first round screening, kind of look at people income, and then if they're missing any information, we ask them to submit more information, or we go to the county web page, verify if they paid or not paid. We only able to refund people if they paid. So we kind of all did all that groundwork. So I think Robin sent you guys the package last week.
Yeah.
With all the information, the listing of people qualified, for this process. So kind of, you guys have all the information there.
Right. And sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, so Helen, the people that qualify under the PG&E care, they just noted that in their applications, but I don't think they provided tax returns as well.
So for those people, they did, but
they did. Okay.
That information we kind of as staff we verify, we did not attach because a lot of time include their social security information, so we did not provide. But however, the staff did the due diligence to verify all this information. Whatever information provided you on the worksheet is what we did. Yeah.
Right.
The CARE program has its own. I just looked it up because I wasn't sure what the benchmarks were, but they go by gross income per household, and my understanding is that they're pretty good at verifying that because it's PG&E. And Richard, I don't know if you're familiar with that program.
Generally, I've heard about it.
It's just for sort of low income people, and they have to prove their income with tax returns, as I understand. And what I noted for the cutoffs this year, depending on the number in the household, and for one, it's gross income. For one or two residents, I believe the number was 34,840. For three members, it's 43,900, and for four, it's 53,000. So that gives you a sense of where they're coming from in terms of their gross income. So I think that's good because it kind of makes it easier.
Right. And what is our income level? Is it 80% or 60%?
So basically, we're calculated based on very low income. I think historically we're using extreme low, but then we adjust it. For one person household is 60,000. Actually, if people qualify PG&E, they very well qualify for our requirement. So
right. It sounds even lower than ours. Okay.
For us, like 4 people is $87,000. So we are kind of pretty up there. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's. And it sounds like staff does a lot of due diligence in the confirmation, and I assume if anybody wanted to cheat, that maybe they'd use somebody else's name, and they'd have to use their records too, I suppose. So that wouldn't. So it's probably not very easy for somebody to cheat. I assume it sounds like.
Right. So basically, they fill up this form, and then we go online. Go to county web page, find their partial, look at their names, look at their bill being paid, all the kind of information we do verify. Then we say, okay, good to go. If, for example, last year we do have one applicant, they applied, but they never paid. Even though the county deferred, we're not able to refund them until, then he never come back for request. So that's pretty much the process we go through.
Right. Okay, that sounds good. And I was looking at the application form. So I assume that this is for the current tax year or for the fiscal year 2021 tax year.
So,
I'm not
so
sure it actually said, but I assume, and maybe it doesn't really matter.
I think ideally we kind of ask people for, for example, as a ending 2020, right? But sometimes we also understand people have delay, so we can ask a per year is working kind of, and also a lot of people you can see from listing they applied last year, kind of not
Right,
really
right.
new players. So we kind of see the pattern there. So kind of did a judgment call on that. But and also just say, for example, even though their tax return great, but however they just losing their job in last month or so, then we might still moving them forward for consideration, just kind of prove they truly in the financial hardship when people living paycheck by paycheck, right? So
Right.
kind of really, we kind of do some judgment call here as well. So just
yeah, I guess you have to be careful not to be too arbitrary though.
right.
But
But
were
however,
there
however,
go
since
ahead.
you new on the board, and then if you have any suggestions, we welcome that. And then next year we can certainly update the requirement as needed basis. So yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Yeah, I had a few comments. I'll send them to you later, but nothing major. Let's see, I had another question. Oh, have you ever had any appeals when you've had to reject somebody? Have you even had to reject anyone? Because you're pretty clear in what you expect and what you ask for. So I'd be surprised if, especially since you follow up if they didn't fill anything out. So, because the ordinance talks about this board being like an appeals board in a way, but so I was just curious if you.
Yeah, like the last 4 years I'm here, I did not have any rejections. I think even last year we might have a couple people, they might exceed income level, but however they did demonstrate they have some financial need there. So we did kind of approve that as well. I don't think we deny anybody at this moment. So kind of pretty much straightforward.
Yeah,
Right,
I agree. And I think I've been doing it like 3 years or maybe 4. I don't recall, but no, I can't remember rejecting anyone. So,
right. Okay.
So with that said, our process, most time we kind of just read the listing out, if make some comments, if you guys have issues or just approve yes or no kind of stuff, then we just go down list kind of, that's our normal process. Otherwise you guys think you should do something differently, we can certainly, entertain that. So, okay. So you have a chance to look at all the information already, right? So
I went through each of the excuse me, each of the applications. So I think we can kind of get through them pretty quickly. I think with the PG&E care programs, those are really straightforward because we know that it's already been kind of tested by PG&E to qualify them. And the others, it's really just, Peter, for your benefit, it's really just kind of looking at their annual household income. And then if that, as Helen kind of intimated, if that's on the high side, you just kind of look at their statement at the end of the form and they'll indicate that, someone's recently retired or they're infirm or what's usually some type of hardship. And then we just kind of vote on it and it's pretty quick and painless.
Right.
Yeah, actually, I think there's only one using the 2019 tax form.
Yeah.
So Michael, you want to take a lead going down the list, or you
Yeah,
want me to
sure.
do it?
So the first one, and I'll just give the property address, and then we can, the first one's 20 Rosemont, and the individual's gross income was 59,770, and wait, is this the, I'm not, make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, and it was a library worker who stopped working at the library, and pretty low, relatively low gross income. And so I would motion to approve that one.
Okay, and I'll second that.
Thank you.
Okay, second is 35 Ross. The 35 Ross Avenue. It's the annual household gross income was 25,193, which is pretty low and within the guideline. And it's a care the taxpayers already signed up for PG&E, so I would approve that one as well.
Okay, and I would second that.
Okay, next is wait, where did it go? 218 Saunders. They had an annual household income of 31,443, and also a care. Also, they get the care discount. So again, I would approve. I would motion to approve that.
And I'll second that.
Okay, next is 1457 Sir Francis Drake. The household income was 60,000 gross income, and they had a, let's see, oh, that's also where am I? This is, oh, Sir Francis Drake. That they sent in their 2020 tax return. Am I in the right page? I keep scrolling too far. 1547. Wait, I scrolled. So that was 60,000, and I would, and 4 people in their household, and I would motion to approve that one as well.
I'll second that.
Next, 98 Broadmoor. That's also a care. They get the care discount from PG&E, and their household income was where'd it go? 28,000. So I would again motion to approve that one for the override.
And I'll second that.
270 Butterfield is the next one, and that is they sent in their 2020 return, and their household income was 46, gross income 46,689. So I would motion to approve that one as well.
I'll second that.
Next is 1120 Sir Francis Drake. Also PG&E. Wait, did I get that right? Hold on, 1120. Trying to read my scribble. Yeah, that's also
yes.
PG&E, and their household income was where'd it go? 20,556. So I would motion to approve that one as well.
Second.
235 the Alameda is also a PG&E care discount, and the household income was 60. Is that right? 60,000. And they also gave an indication of their he's 65 and collecting SSDI. So I would also motion to approve that one. Next is 45 Austin Avenue. It's this one I read it pretty quickly, and I was I'm not sure I totally understood. They said that they have a legal rental that they pay tax on, and that the property is in the rear of his house. And I wasn't quite sure what.
I see. He didn't give us income either.
No.
Correct?
It's
And what else?
because
he has two parcels.
He is in the PG&E Care program.
Oh, is that one in?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, where is that?
45
Oh, yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, he is in that for, and he sent in his return. So I guess he owns the house and lives in a rental unit behind it.
Yeah, basically, he also submitted his tax return, and he have two member household, and then they have a rental income 3,300 reported, and then their total gross income, I guess, the total income is 73,000.
I'm sorry, was what?
73,000.
Oh, so based on that, I would say I would motion to approve that one as well.
But
Okay.
actually they are exceed. They're exceed. Actually, his household, two people is 69,000, right? That one I guess we cut. But he's under. That's kind of interesting. He's under the care program. Technically, the income level is low, but why?
I was a little confused
Right.
about that.
Good catch.
And so he's paying tax on the property because it's a pay taxes on.
Rental
51.
But his income, he did get a RRIA distribution $30,000. So pretty much he draw down from his 401k plan, sort of, right? RA distribution.
Oh, he includes that in his income.
Yeah, he have 3,300 for rental, and he have 19,720 as a unemployment, and then he have 30,000 Social Security, and then he have other income listing type UCE as a negative 10,000. So I guess if we exclude IRA distribution, so that's the kind of interesting area.
Yeah.
Well, and how does his, did he include his care materials, did you say?
He did, I can show you quickly.
Or PG&E?
Basically,
right.
This PG&E, the yellow highlight areas talk about is care.
Okay. Oh, so nothing on here documents his income or level or.
But his income, I did get his tax return here. I can show you quickly. Oh, actually, I cannot actually because we are recording. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You'd have to hold your finger over his confidential information, I guess.
Right.
So I just wonder how he can qualify for the PG&E program with what appears to be kind of relatively high, or income above the low income limit.
Right.
That doesn't quite,
Yeah, the PG&E cutoff for you, and it's two persons is 34,000. He's got 30 in, you said so,
73.
Social Security and unemployment, which is taxable. And then you said IRA, he's pulling out from his IRA, which is also taxable. So, yeah, that's, I'm not sure how he qualified.
does his PG&E document give an address? And if so, which address?
Is the address he filed.
Oh, same address as,
I guess I think we can look at his record from past. He's applied before. I'm thinking maybe he's qualified. Once you qualify, I don't know if PG require verification each year.
I think it's every other year.
So maybe that's the window. Maybe this year just strangely he do have unemployment as $90,000. Yeah, maybe you can get a look.
well, if he exceeds our income limit and there's no other justification given,
right.
I can't see how we could approve that. And if he does have a good reason, he can always come back and appeal, right?
Okay. Yes.
And
also for us, we in the resolution we specify ask for total income.
Right. It was very clear, I think.
For him, if he look at his just income, it's below, but his total income that certainly exceed. Yeah.
Right. Oh, there was one little glitch, I think, in the application form. It gave I think an outdated number for the tax form that, no longer exists, but it does say total income. So.
So I think we certainly can deny it, and then he can file appeal if we need it. Then we have another meeting to meet. Yeah.
Okay. Just for that one.
Yeah. However, your board, you decide. You guys can decide.
And what are we talking about? So this is, let me just see, Austin. The total amount that he's asking is 95, 78, and 62. Is that right? Yeah. Which is what, 100, 60, 70, 13. It's about $200. I'm really bad.
So I don't know if this information is helpful. His 2019.
Well, no, I'm saying
his total 2019 total.
No, I'm saying the amount we're talking about is for the is 95, 78, and 62 for the parcel tax.
Yeah.
So if I add that up,
240 or so.
It's $235.94.
235. I could go either way on that because it's a pretty small amount. I'm hesitant to make more work for you guys for $200, $235 for the town. But, and if he's going to be the only one or she, I
would be inclined just stick with our rules as they're stated.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
yeah, and I don't mind, probably take like a 5-minute meeting, and
Yeah,
hopefully staff
yeah,
can just tell him that he didn't meet the requirements, the income requirement. And
I can be
yeah,
absolutely convinced on that. So,
yeah, I think so. I mean, it's still perplexing because it would be nice if, I don't know if do we say in there that they have to meet both our income requirement and PG&E? We don't just say just participation in PG&E, do we?
I think we might have either or.
Yeah, because if it's either or, then it's probably more of our problem. We need
Right.
to be clear because this is inconsistent, at least seems like it.
Right,
But
right,
if we said either or, I think we have to stick with that
right.
Because
and then
plenty
try
of
to
people
fix it.
only submitted the PG&E verification. So
Right.
at that point, we're not verifying their income.
Right, which I think is okay unless there's some glitch in PG&Es where they're allowing somebody to, exclude something that we don't. So
Mhm.
we should probably at some point see if that's the case, but
Right. And also we do, a couple more down the line, we did have only one, have 2019. If we need it, we can certainly go back them, ask 2020 in order to be inconsistent with others. So, since, arbitrary decide one way or the other, kind of do create some, issues. Because if we look at this particular applicant, last year, he only total income is $20,000. He certainly meet if he submit 2019
Right.
tax. So it's really, where we draw the line, right?
Right. And what did you say about the tax return year? Did you say that it requested a 2020 or tax return or?
Let's look at the announcement here, sorry. I think we ask for the current year, but sometimes people say, oh, we filed. That's why kind of things we did not think through when we updated the resolution. Probably now give us better idea. We might able to go back, say, hey, we need this instead of either or. So.
Oh, yeah. I think, my feeling is if we said either or on application, we probably need to stick with that for now and fix it in the future. But if we weren't clear about the year, tax return year, then if we want to, we could probably ask them for the most recent tax return. If we wanted to bother, I'd be a little more flexible on that point, but so I don't know, Michael, it sounds like at least in this case, you could go either way. So maybe since we said either or, I kind of think we need to stick with what we said. And you're right, it's not much money anyhow to really worry about. But if our own rules kind of gave them the option, we probably shouldn't penalize them for that. But maybe next time around, we can figure out what's going on.
Right.
That's my thought in this case.
I'd be comfortable approving it, and I'm almost on the fence, but like I said, I think given the amount and it's a small amount, and it's going to be more work for Helen. And
right. And since we weren't clear in the first place, I think that's
but the
justification.
Is pretty. Either or is either or. So
So we did say
I'd be inclined to say let's approve it, and then next time you guys are looking at the ordinance, maybe tie it down or be more explicit.
Yes.
And I think we'd be happy to. I didn't know it had been changed, but I think you can draw on us to help with that as well.
Sure. Yeah, and definitely looking at PG&E's application, because maybe there's a really simple explanation.
Okay.
I don't
So,
know what
yeah.
it would be, but
I can work with staff, maybe just reach out to PG&E to see how that program work, every 2 years or how their process. If you look at this person's 2019, then he'll qualify, right? So, yeah, and especially right now, pandemic,
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's true.
So I would say I
Mhm.
would vote to approve. And Peter, if you want to second that, then we can just
Richard,
move on. Richard, sorry.
yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I'll second it.
All right, so now next one is 107 Butterfield. That's, where did we go here? Oops, I missed it. Oh, annual gross income is listed as, it looks like that's 12,648. And that's also a PG&E. He's also qualified under PG&E, so I'd motion to approve that one as well.
Okay, I think that.
Peter, do you want to do the next 10?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Richard. Yeah, it's pretty much, okay, 15 Madera Avenue. And household income for household of two is 38,000. And let's see, I jump over to, which alone qualifies them. So, but just to double check, Madera doesn't mention PG&E, but they meet the income criteria. So I would make a motion to grant them the rebates.
And I would second that.
Okay, and all right, next one is 55 Grove Hill Avenue South. And let's see, oh wait, sorry, I think okay, here it is, sorry, 39,000 income, household of three, so that certainly qualifies. And okay, Grove Hill, they did qualify under PG&E's program. So I make a motion to grant them the rebate.
I second that.
Okay, 12 West Court. And the household, sorry, I keep missing this here. Okay, they didn't list the gross income. They said it varies, and then they didn't mention the PG&E program. Okay, they're not retired, they didn't become unemployed. Okay, so what would be the basis for granting this rebate? I don't see one unless I missed something on the.
Which one you look at, 12 West?
I'm
12
looking
West
at,
Court.
yeah, application dash, oh, there's no number there, but, oh,
It's,
dash 13.
It's
It's
2021-13.
Tax return. On the notes as a tax return, I see the dollar amount. This person's total income is 20,000.
Oh, okay. So that would certainly qualify. Yeah, I guess, I guess if you have a income that's pretty variable, like a realtor, certainly and during COVID. Okay, well, then I would make a motion to grant the rebate.
Yeah, I would second that too.
Okay, great. Okay, let's see, application -14 for partially blocked out San Anselmo Avenue. I think, let's see, what is
Mhm.
this? 1556 San Anselmo Avenue. And okay, gross income, household of one, 27,000. So that would qualify. And just looking, they don't mention the PG&E program, but income is low enough. So I'll make a motion, we grant the rebate.
I agree and second that.
Okay, 3 Bennett Avenue, and it's application -15. And okay, annual gross income, 16,634. So on that basis, they would qualify. And let's see, just for the record, there's no PG&E rebate mentioned. So I'll make a motion that we grant the rebate for
I second
application
that.
15. Okay, and then moving on to application 16, 66 Bennett Avenue, and household income of 33,929 for 2-person household, which meets the criteria. And the no mention of PG&E, but income meets the limit. So I'll make a motion, we grant the rebate.
Second that as well.
Okay. Application 17 for 10 Alice Way, and household income of 30,234 for 1 person, and that meets the criteria. And they don't mention PG&E, but it doesn't matter. So I'll make a motion, we grant the rebate.
Second.
Okay, application 18, 24 Durham Road, and income of 16,296 for 1 person meets the criteria, and I'm sure meets PG&E's.
Yeah.
And okay, yes, it looks like they also qualify for PG&E. So I'll make a motion, we grant the rebate.
Second that.
Okay, let's see, application 19 is 65 Longview Avenue. And the household income of 64,511 for a 2-person household. And what was the limit again, Helen, for 2 people?
59,600.
Oh, 59,000?
Six.
Oh, 69, sorry. Okay, so they meet the income limit. And let's see, they don't mention PG&E, but it doesn't matter. So I'll make a motion, we grant the rebate.
Second.
Okay, and application 20 is for 32 Agatha Court. Household income of 33,576 for household of 1. So that meets the criteria. And let me see, number 20 Agatha Court does qualify for PG&E. So I make a motion, we grant the rebate.
Second that as well.
Okay, and let's see, I can do a few more of these.
Okay.
So let's see, I'll do 5 more. Okay, application 21 for 17 Indian Rock Court, and household income of 50,488 for 2-person household meets the it's below the limit. And let's they don't mention PG&E, but doesn't matter. So make a motion, we grant the rebate.
Second that. Is there, wait, are they, what's the amount on that? That's, oh, they didn't put anything for the pension override or the pension.
Hmm.
But they're not
Yeah.
requesting a refund of that, so.
Yeah, I'm just curious why, I mean, maybe there's a reason. I'm just wondering why do we, oh, I guess if somebody wants to contribute to pensions and municipal services, and I don't know why they would only want to do that and not the library, but
So, if they are leaving blank certain things, then we just using the information they provide. For example, number 4, leave blank, and then only pay for library tax, right? So it's really dependent. If they did not fill up anything, then we're assuming they might apply for everything. So.
Oh, if they filled in nothing, but if they filled in at least one,
right.
and you,
Right.
okay. Yeah, I wonder, if the form's not clear enough for them, or if they did it on purpose.
But certainly we can, based on your board direction, if we need, we can reach out to them.
No, well, my thought would be we should go with what the form says. And that's something else. Maybe next time around, if there's a way we can make it clearer. But I don't know. I kind of hate to arbitrarily give them a rebate if they haven't requested it and assume they made a mistake.
Right. So based on the form, just say is all their pension override tax, a dollar amount, municipal check, a dollar amount, and then library tax is all there.
So we know they paid the pension override on their.
Right.
So it's just probably a mistake on the form.
I think the form correct, just, they might have a reason or they might fill up by mistake, right? So.
Yeah. And wait, let's see, that's, oh yeah, so we just don't know.
Well, if we're going to have another meeting, if staff has the time, I suppose you could follow up on this one. Maybe just confirm that, they intended only to ask for the rebate for the one, and give them an opportunity if they.
And we certainly, if we see more those kind of type of things, we can certainly come back with, everything we have questioning about, right? So just for one meeting, if that makes you more comfortable, we certainly can do so.
Right. Okay. Although, I guess we concluded that on that other one we talked about that we weren't going to grant it, or, well, no, we were going to reject it, but if they appealed it, then we'd have to have another meeting. So, and I guess I'm a little reluctant because if we gave them, well, boy, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm reluctant to just assume that they meant to request the other ones if they just, they did fill in one pretty clearly.
Right, so this is this form. They fill up 2 and exclude the first one, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always in favor of not making too much extra work for small amounts. But I can go either way. I'm
Well,
by
Helen,
trade,
why don't, I'm sorry, go ahead.
by trade, I'm a tax lawyer, so I'm pretty detail oriented, but
Right,
we're not just the pension, since we're clear on the library, the parcel tax and the general purpose tax, it's just that one piece. And and that amount fluctuates per parcel. So it may be work for not a lot of tax to be refunded. I don't know.
right. Pension.
Again, I can go either way.
So number 4, they have 2 area blank, right?
Yeah,
If we approve both, we approve both. If not, we need to
right.
go.
I just noticed that as well. I mean, if they leave it blank, they haven't asked for a refund. So we can grant the petition, and the petition in this case is for a general purpose tax and library tax. If they want to come back and say, well, I meant to put in the pension tax, then address it at that time.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
That's,
Do they get any kind of notification of what's the decision, or do they just get a check in the mail?
They just get a check. Once you approve, then we base on your approval and this cut a check. But of course, when they receive check, they saw less, then might come back. Then we can get an issue another meeting. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think we should do that. And if they really intended to ask for it, then they'll come back.
Yeah,
and
that makes
we'll
sense.
grant it.
So for the parcel number that ends in 04, the refund, they're going to get a check in the mail for $62.60.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's I think that's consistent, and the taxpayer can't be too surprised because that's all they asked for.
Mm-hmm. Right. So let's see. Okay, all right, yeah, that's right. So these are the only 2. Okay. Okay, so let's see, ready to move on then?
So you would motion to approve
Right,
it?
I'll make a motion to, right, thanks. Make a motion to grant the rebate for application 21 to rebate the municipal services tax and the library parcel tax in the amounts shown on their application.
And I would second that.
Okay, great. Okay, application 22 for 59 Park Drive. And one person income of $47,974. And I'm sorry, Helen, what is the one person limit?
60,900.
Oh, okay, right. Much higher than this. Okay, so they qualify on that basis. And looking at the application, they don't mention PG&E, but they meet the income requirements. So I'd make a motion we grant the rebate requested.
And I second that.
Okay, and then let's see, they added some commentary, but didn't change anything. Okay, application 23. And the reported gross income is 31,245, which for a household of 1 meets the it's less than the income limit. And this applicant did apparently didn't submit or participate in PG&E, but they meet they're less than the limit. So I'd make a motion, we grant the rebate requested.
Second that as well.
Okay, application 24 for 12 Savannah Avenue. And let me see. Okay, 0 gross income. Okay, well, we don't have to think about that one too hard. It seems a little unusual somebody would have 0 income, but I'm just curious, did they submit a tax return? They must have.
They said they didn't file a return.
Oh, didn't. Oh,
Wait, this is
24.
24. Yeah, she said, I have been unemployed and am not filing.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry.
So
I didn't
that's-
see that. Okay. Oh, I have been enrolled in the CARES program since last year. Okay, but she didn't submit her CARES documentation.
If she did, we have.
Oh, she did. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. PG&E CARES. Okay. So I'd make a motion to grant the rebate for that application.
And I second that.
Okay. Application 25 for Luzon. So I think I need to zoom in a bit more. My file shrunk. 30 Luzon Circle. Okay, gross income of 34,278 for a household of 1 is less than the limit. And they are, they don't mention PG&E, but they are below the income limit. So I'd make a motion to grant the rebate for that application.
And I second that.
Okay, great. And then let's see. So Michael, do you want to do the
Oh, sure. Yeah.
last 5 or 6?
37 Longview. Annual gross income was 42,422. So they're under the threshold. And that's and they submitted their 2020 return. So since they're under the threshold, let's see, what does it say on the last page? Please review. I would make a motion to approve that one.
Okay, and I'll second that.
Next is 300 Sequoia. It's 1 person in the household. Ooh, where's gross income is, oh, I just scrolled past it.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. It's 2020 return.
Mhm.
Where did it go? Page, hold on. Page 2. Oh, it says gross income, but see 2020 return. Helen, do you have that for application 27?
Okay, let me open up.
She didn't put it in. She just said see return.
Okay. Give me 1. 300, okay. Try to fill up all my paper here. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
That's a different one. Different one.
Sorry, it's not moving.
You guys can take a break while we're searching for it.
Sure, no, don't worry.
Yeah, that's all right. Take your time.
Wait, this is.
Yeah, the- This name is not 28, this one here. It's a different address. 300, 130 Morningside.
I will, like I said, that list.
Which one did you email? This one or this one to them? I don't see it. Okay,
Oh, yeah, I'll run.
can we skip this one for now? Robin, try to search for the backups here. Sorry.
Sure.
Okay, so next one is number 28, which is 135 Morningside. The one person in the household, they show annual gross income of 31,000, and I would motion to approve that one.
Okay, and I'll second that.
That's 29. Wait, is that one? No, that's 28.
Mhm.
Okay, 29 is 150 Calumet.
Mhm.
They have
Sorry.
annual. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Can you, the one you're missing is 37 Longview or 300 Sequoia? Sorry.
300 Sequoia.
Okay, got it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, okay, we got through.
So you were on 29, right?
We're on 29, which is Calumet. The gross income was 46,448, and that's under the limit. So I would motion to approve that one.
Okay, no, I'll second that.
Okay. Number 30 is 206 Saunders. One person gross income is retired person gross income is 29,702, and also a PG&E discount for CARES program. So I would motion to approve that one as well.
Okay, I'll second that.
And
Did we approve the 150 Comet Avenue or?
yeah, we went through that.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Sure. And then we just did
Bruce Saunders.
206 Saunders. And I had motioned to approve that, and Peter seconded it. And then last one on our list is 146 San Francisco Boulevard, and that is they're showing annual gross income of 10,613. And are they in CARES as well? Not CARES, but looks like they sent in their return, reported that amount. It's under the limit, so I would motion to approve that one as well.
And I'll second that.
And that is it so far.
Okay, so yeah, for the 300 Sequoia, actually their income is 14, actually total income 2,000 actually.
2,000.
2,486
Of gross income?
total income.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Their tax basically is zero taxable income.
It's kind of hard. Yeah. Let me see that for a second. 300. Which one is that? Number 27. Where's
Yeah,
that?
27.
27. Here it is. Oh. Okay, that's the one that they didn't put the number on their form, but just says see the tax return.
Right.
And you said the income on the return was how much?
The total income $2,486.
Gross income.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then they explain they're in the travel business, and so they rely on travel bookings and hotel bookings, and so I guess that pretty much vanished. So that would explain why they're not retired, so they don't get Social Security, but
Yeah.
they were self-employed, just didn't get any income. So
Oh, and that person also said they haven't paid their mortgage. So
right, yeah. So this is the least of their problems.
yeah. So we already, I think, did we already address that one when we went through them?
I think I lost track.
Well, if not, I would, at least if we're looking at, this is number 27, which is the, the 27 is Sequoia. I would motion to approve that one.
Okay, and I'll second it a second time if I didn't already, or if I did.
So I guess as this moment, a couple of them have 2019 return, we already approved. You're okay with that for their follow-up?
I think so, since we didn't say specifically 2020, right? Maybe in the future we can ask for the most recent tax year, unless they can explain that they were unable to submit it or whatever.
Yeah, I think the reason why probably they will say I didn't submit return, ask for extension until October, right? So then it's kind of in the gray area. The most recent they have is 2019,
And the application, I think, is due May 15 or something like that. Oh, okay, so that might,
yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can do what we can do in the future. We can say, hey, we might have another meeting come up. Approve those people for October. Those kind of things we can consider in the future. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I think earlier I didn't mention to Michael. Michael, actually, this is my last meeting with Thomas and Samuel for the Tax Equity Board. And yeah, thank you very much for last 4 years. Very nice working with you. And then my staff, Robin, she's my superstar. She's so awesome. She's going to move forward. She's going to host this meeting. So
are you
in good hands?
Are you still working for the town or just moving on to other things?
I accept a job offer from different agencies.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, good luck with that, and I hope it works out well. And It's been nice working with you too.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all your patience. When I start, I have no idea what's going on. You guys guide me through the process. Really appreciate it.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, good luck, and nice meeting you, Peter. I go to Roasters and Roastery probably four times a week, so I'll see you there.
Okay.
And make sure
Mhm.
to say hello. And
Sure, yeah, no, I'll keep an eye out for you. We can talk about
Yeah.
tax rebates and things like that.
sure.
Yeah, if you guys have any
Just kidding.
suggestions, feel free to send to our way, me or Robin, then we can
Mhm.
certainly make an improvement next round.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, okay, great. Yeah, and we'll, yeah, okay, thanks very much. And nice meeting you, Michael. And
Yeah, same. And good luck again, Helen.
Yeah, thank you so much. Stay safe.
Yes.
okay,
You too. And
thanks,
nice
thanks,
meeting you
Helen.
too,
Thanks, Robin.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you. Thank you.